I won't pretend not to understand you. Did they tell you about the miniature? What's its significance? Well, could you fetch it? It's in the bottom right-hand drawer. There's something in the air lately, because it seems like the 2025 movie schedule is packed with updates on almost every major franchise out there. After the wild ride that was Avengers, Doomsday Live blog, it only made sense that Hollywood would follow up with something that's been on everyone's minds, Downton Abbey 3. With a new poster and an official title, it's clear that the final chapter of the Downton Abbey saga is coming, and it's called Downton Abbey, the grand finale. The emotional journey that fans have been anticipating is finally going to come to an end. Focus Features and Carnival Films have now revealed that the third film in the Downton Abbey franchise will be titled The Grand Finale, and it's set to hit theaters on September 12th. The thing is, even though the title sounds like it's building up to something huge, there wasn't much else in the announcement to sink our teeth into. No plot details, no sneak peeks of what's to come. Just a title and a teaser poster. But hey, we did get that little teaser, and it's got everyone talking. The poster shows Michelle Dockery's Lady Mary Talbot dressed in a stunning red gown, standing with her back to the camera. The dramatic red color of both the dress and the carpet underneath is pretty striking, and it really sets the tone for what's to come. Beneath Lady Mary, there's the tagline. The time has come to say goodbye. Now, I'm sure I'm not alone in saying this, but after the gut-wrenching end of Downton Abbey, a new era, I don't know if I'm ready to hear that message again. It almost feels like we've already said goodbye once, and the emotional weight of that is still fresh in my mind. But despite the cryptic nature of the poster, it's clear that this next installment is going to be a tearjerker. If you need a refresher on the previous film, though, it's available on Peacock. So, for those of us who want to dive back into the drama and make sure we're emotionally prepared for what's coming, there's that option. Maybe it's a little crazy, but I actually believe for a second that Downton Abbey 3 might not be the last one. I mean, when Aldous Stain, who plays the fiery Lady Maud, made her early comments about this being the final chapter, I thought, okay, that makes sense. But then Jim Carter's Mr. Carson said 100 more years of history at the end of the first film, and I took that to heart. Maybe I was a little too optimistic. But the thought of not seeing more of the Crawley family and the lives of their servants was hard to imagine. So I guess I'm not entirely surprised to hear that the grand finale is indeed the end of the road for this beloved series. Now that the end is truly confirmed, it feels like the stakes are higher than ever. We may not know all the details of the plot yet, but we can speculate based on some recent comments from a returning cast member. One character whose return seems especially intriguing is Paul Giamatti's Harold Levinson. As fans will remember, Harold is Cora's brother and the son of Martha. When I first heard about Giamatti's return for the third film, I started wondering if we might finally hear about the passing of the fiery matriarch of the Levinson family, Martha. But as I thought more about it, a much bigger realization started to set in. We're not too far off from the Great Depression in the timeline of the series. If you look at the events of Downton Abbey, a new era, they take place in 1928, just 1 year before the infamous Wall Street crash that triggered the Great Depression. Given the Crawley family's financial struggles in the past, it wouldn't be surprising if things took a turn for the worse in the grand finale. If Harold, and perhaps Martha, have fallen on hard times, it could very well be the final plot twist that sets everything in motion for this last act of family drama. The financial challenges that many of the characters have faced in the past will likely play a key role in the upcoming film. And as if that weren't complicated enough, there are other potential plot developments that could add to the drama. For example, there's the possibility that Mr. Carson's health might deteriorate further, forcing him into retirement again. We've seen Carson's health issues come up before, and if his condition worsens, it could have a major impact on the household. On top of that, there is the lingering concern about Cora's health, which is a major plot point in a new era. If you recall, there was a moment where Cora's anemia was mistaken for something more serious, like cancer. That could come back to haunt her in the grand finale, making the emotional stakes even higher for the Crawley family. Given that the film is titled The Grand Finale, it's safe to say that we're in for a whirlwind of emotions. The lack of plot details only adds to the suspense, leaving fans to wonder what exactly will unfold. It's easy to imagine that the first trailer will only raise more questions and make us even more anxious for what's to come. The mystery surrounding the final chapter is keeping everyone on the edge of their seats. So for now, all we can do is wait and prepare ourselves for what's sure to be a heart-wrenching conclusion. But honestly, it's not too late for brands like Kleenex or BetterHelp to get in on some cross-promotional action. With so many fans set to experience the emotional roller coaster that the grand finale promises, there's a good chance that tissues and therapy services might be in high demand. Let's face it, when it comes to Downton Abbey, we're all about to get emotionally traumatized all over again. As we count down the days to September 12th, there's no doubt that Downton Abbey, the grand finale, is going to be one of the most talked about films of the year. The emotional stakes are higher than ever, and fans of the series are bracing themselves for what will surely be an unforgettable conclusion to the Crawley family saga. For those who are already preparing to shed some tears, we salute you. While speaking of tears, let's talk about Dame Maggie Smith as the Dowager Countess. Her sharp wit, her iconic zingers, and the way she stole every scene she was in made her an absolute legend. So picture this, a spin-off where Maggie Smith plays every single character. That's right, Lady Mary, Carson the butler, even the cheeky maid. And imagine Maggie strutting her stuff as a sultry jazz singer at a racy London nightclub. It's like Orphan Black meets Downton Abbey, but with one fabulous actress pulling off the entire cast. The idea sounds almost too good to be true, but I think we'd all be here for it. Of course, it's heart-wrenching that Dame Maggie has passed and won't be able to reprise her role. But hey, the beauty of TV is that you can always get creative. How about a recast? Or even better, a prequel, focusing on a younger Dowager Countess? This would give us a chance to explore her life before she became the queen of zingers we all adored. The show could follow her youth in a more glamorous, fast-paced London, perhaps showing her rise to power in society and navigating the challenges of her early years. As for where this could take place, the setting would likely stay close to Downton's iconic vibe. It could still be based in the English countryside, but imagine a few episodes set in the glitz and glam of 1920s London. Think Art Deco bars, smoky jazz clubs, and the kind of high society events where only the most prominent are invited. The contrast of Downton's country estate and London's bustling nightlife would be absolutely perfect for exploring the multifaceted nature of the Dowager's character. Now, who could play the younger Dowager Countess? If we're being real, we need someone who can capture that perfect mix of wit, elegance, and dry humor. A great candidate might be Imelda Staunton, who's already proven herself as a queen of sharp one-liners in The Crown. Her ability to play both snarky and sweet would be perfect for a younger version of the Dowager. Another option could be Olivia Colman, who's no stranger to portraying iconic figures with a mix of vulnerability and strength. She might bring a whole new dimension to the character that would make the prequel even more exciting. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.